Hey! So today, as the title would imply, this is going to be my February wrap-up and March to be read. Now, I don't usually do to be read piles because I rarely stick to them. However, seeing as I have so many unread books at the moment, I decided I needed to just bite the bullet and do my best. The first book I read this month I don't actually have to show you. It is Beautiful Creatures by Cami Garcia and Margaret Stoll. Now, I borrowed that one from the library, and it took me 2 weeks to finish. I seriously finished it about 15 to 20 minutes before it was due. That's crazy for me. Usually I can read a book anywhere between 2 days to a week, depending on how long it is and how much I liked it. And with Beautiful Creatures, it just did not suck me in until at least halfway through. Now, with that said, once it did suck me in, I just didn't want to put it down, but again, it took me over a week to finish the first half of that book. However, by the end, I did give it 4 out of 5 stars. I thought it was really enjoyable, I liked the ending, and I will definitely continue with that series. The second book I have is The Giver by Lois Lowry. Now, my boyfriend had been bugging me to read this book for a really long time. He liked it when he was younger, and I had never read it, so one day he bought it and told me I had to read it. I really enjoyed it. It's really short. It's only about 187 pages, and I think I read it in about 2 to 3 days. The next book I have is Eagle Strike by Anthony Horowitz. Now, this is the 4th book in the Alex Rider series, which is about a 15-year-old spy who works for MI6. Now, I didn't enjoy this book as much as I had enjoyed the ones previously. I think that's because it is a middle grade series, and I read the last book 2 years ago. I haven't really read any middle grade since, so I'm not really used to the simplified writing. Some of the events that took place in this book were just so far-fetched to me, I found myself rolling my eyes. I will continue with the series, though, because I do want to see how it plays out, and I did enjoy the book. It was a quick read, it was an easy read, and I do like the characters. Now, the last book I don't have to show you either, because it is on my Kindle, and that is The Iron Knight by Julie Kagawa. That is the final book in the Iron Phase series, and I thought it was a decent ending to the series. I didn't love it, but I didn't dislike it. I reviewed it on Goodreads, so I will post a link to that in the below bar. Now, the review is spoiler-free. I don't even think I spoiled anything in the other 3 books, so if you haven't read any of the series, you could probably read it, although I'm not sure if anybody would want to do that. Okay, now let's get into the to be read. I have 5 books. One of them I am currently reading, and that is Ripple by Mandy Hubbard. Now, I mentioned this in my Friday reads, and I didn't get a chance to read it over the weekend because I just got really busy. I'm about 25 pages in, and I'm really enjoying it. I'll probably finish this one tomorrow evening sometime, because it's relatively short, so it shouldn't be much of a problem. The next book I have is The Truth About Forever by Sarah Dessen. Now, this is a top priority read this month because I'm actually rereading it so I can pick out some favorite quotes and some favorite parts. For my senior project, one of the things I have to do is I have to make a display board, and I want to include favorite quotes from my favorite books, so I need to reread this and pick out some good quotes from it. After that, I have The Guardian by Nicholas Sparks. Now, I'm not usually a huge Nicholas Sparks fan, but I picked this book up at a thrift store not too long ago for about $1. It really piqued my interest, so I just want to see. I think I'm going to give him another chance. If I don't end up liking this, I probably won't continue trying to read his works, but we'll see what happens. After that, I have Leviathan by Scott Westerfield. Now, I have never read anything by Scott Westerfield. I know he writes the Ugly series, but that one just doesn't really interest me all that much, but I am curious about his writing, so I decided I would try to read Leviathan this month. It seems really, really interesting. The premise is really good, plus, as I showed in one of my previous book hauls, it totally has illustrations, which is pretty darn fantastic. Now, the last book I'm not really going to beat myself up over if I don't get to, and that is The Forest of Hands and Teeth. And I've tried to read this book before, as you can probably tell by the makeshift bookmark that I have in it, and I didn't get very far. I just wasn't feeling it, so I'm going to try it again. If I don't get to it this month, I will definitely get to it next month, because I'm really interested in reading some more zombie fiction. Okay, that was it. Thank you for watching the video. Bye!